taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. Shotgun knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, thank you to the Victorian Formula 500 Club. It is race number 2 of their 2 little race here on the Iracing.com service. Tonight, we come to where all dirt tracks lead to the home of the World Finals. It is the dirt track at Charlotte. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Matt Bailey. And Matt, well, we come to the dirt track at Charlotte. And like last week, a $300 prize up for the winner here tonight. Can Corey McCullough, can he go back-to-back? That is going to be the big question on everybody's lips.
Absolutely right, mate. And it's, well, let's see what happens here tonight. It's going to be a cracking show here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And I'll tell you what, race fans, it's going to be an interesting week, not just here on iRacing, but also in real life as well with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink World Finals, proudly brought to you by NGK and NTK. So it's going to be pretty cool. Brett, this track has a lot of racing going on this week.
Yeah, it certainly does. But right now, virtually, we are here for the Victorian Formula 500 Club. Again, we've seen we've seen a lot of drivers pay a $10 entry fee to try and pick up $300. Of course, last week it was Corey McCullough, the man that picked up the cash in his back pocket at the Eldora Speedway. And tonight we come to the dirt track at Charlotte. A little bit of a change in the program and how things are going to work. Matt, we've got 27 cars. We'll still have more than likely 3 heats on the program. There'll be 10 laps. I don't think we'll see a C main, but we will see a B main, which will be in fact 10 laps because it'll skip the C. And then of course after the B main, the track is going to get reworked more than likely. Then the drivers will have 5 minutes to go out there and practice. And then of course we will hopefully have somewhat of a racier racetrack, as we'll try and bring in. No, we won't, because he's just left. We're going to try and bring in Jet Speed throughout the course of the night. And first of all, Jet, you got a copy? No, he's still having those issues. So we're going to leave him, and hopefully he is going to get those issues sorted. But, Matt, qualifying is done. Let's take a look at your qualifying results on screen. And it is last week's feature winner, Corey McCullough. Goes quick time here tonight with a 13.048. We'll see three heats on the program. Liam Russell, Kobe Wright, they go second and third. Quick with Chris Nankiville and Riley Simpson rounding out your top 5. Heat number 1, let's take a look at Corey McCullough, the Victorian 90 on pole position. Chris Nankiville in the 20 from position number 2.
Kenza Clash will start the 47 car from 3 with Stephen Wollstonecroft for the 9 from 4.
Alex Ryan, the 93, rolls off out of position number 5, and Rusty Ponting, the 21, out of position number 6.
Jet Bell will line up the 42 entry out of position number 7. Caleb Mills for 10 Mills Motorsport will start from position number 8, and Jet Hart in the 98 car will start from position number 9.
10 laps to distance, Matt. Heat race number 1 of 3 here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And it's also note to mention these drivers. Normally, a lot of racing, a lot of league racing we see, Matt, all open setups. Of course, these 2 races, fixed setup racing, and gives everyone a level playing field. It gives the less of experience, the guys a chance that don't have the time to get out there and compete with the guys that might do this a little more than what the guys that don't have the time to run.
Yeah, absolutely, and it gives these guys a little bit more of an edge to be able to actually go out onto the racetrack and know that everyone's going to be on the same setups. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, 10 laps on the board. Heat race number 1. Let's go racing!
Green flag is out. Corey McCullough, Chris Nankiville. McCullough leads into 1 and 2. Ponting now going to move into second position. Nankiville back to third. Here comes Kinza Claridge. To the inside we go. Nankiville, Claridge side by side. Give the advantage at the end of lap number 1 to Chris Nankiville. He shuts the door and Claridge, and now that makes a mistake, and now he's going to lose 2, 4, maybe 5 positions. And Nankiville from the outside of the front row to dead last to make that second last as Caleb Mills goes around.
Well, not what you want to see in the opening heat race here tonight, race fans. And I'll tell you what, Brett, unfortunate for Caleb Mills, very nifty Victorian speed car driver, as we know. So hopefully once the races kick off again this season, he'll be able to get behind the wheel of the Mills 10 Motorsport number 10 machine and be able to rock the house with that number 10 car. So good to see Caleb behind the wheel of the sim here tonight.
Well, first caution of the evening comes courtesy, I believe. Let's see if we can go back, because I don't think we're too far away from going back to green. Jet Hart and Alex Ryan, the two drivers involved in a little debacle here. The Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Hart in that black and purple machine, and Ryan in the 93. And well, there we go, boys. Wall doesn't move and you can't park it. Hey Matt, I did a 360 race here earlier today. First I actually did about a 3-hour stream with a couple of World of Thunder guys, and it was actually quite good. I actually enjoyed myself.
Mate, I'll tell you what. I actually, on Saturday night, I actually did a few laps because they did the update with Weed Sport in the 410 cars, or they did the update with the Sprint cars. And I'll tell you what, mate, she was pretty exciting because the track was slick as, and I was still doing low 13s. So, see what happens. Here we go. Anyway, we resume racing here. Heat race number 1. We've got 7 laps to go here for heat race number 1. Corey McCullough leads us down to 1 and 2 for the first time. Well, not for the first time, probably the third time here in heat race number 1. You got Rusty Ponting back there fighting with Kinsey Claridge. The 47 car goes to the bottom side. Out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway. Corey McCullough now with 6 to run.
McCullough still your race leader from Claridge, who moves into second position. You watch the 21 machine of Rusty Ponting. Then you go back to Stephen Wollstonecroft in the number 9 machine in that fourth and final transfer position. 5 down and 5 to run. Keep an eye on Jet Bell. Here he comes, the 42, looking to the inside to take away the final transfer position as they work their way into 3 and 4. Contact, right rear to left front, and now here comes Chris Nankerville trying to take the 4 spot away. He was going to force the issue, but backed out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty nifty driving there from Chris Nankerville. Always know if a move is not going to stick, then there's no point in continuing. Otherwise, it can always end up in a situation that you don't want with these race cars. So Corey McCullough, the Southwest Conveyancing Owen Built Homes, Victorian 90, with 4 to run. Wow. I tell you what, Brett, this guy's pretty impressive so far compared to last week at Eldora. Mate, he knows. I reckon this guy's going to be one to watch here tonight at Charlotte. I'm
actually going to pick him to win the whole event. I reckon he'll sweep it here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And I think he's going to go a very, very long way. Like I said, he's a long-time sim racer. He might not have as many laps here on iRacing compared to other platforms and compared to other drivers that might be in the field tonight. But let me tell you, when that Southwest Conveyancing Owen Built Homes number 90 machine hits the racetrack, you know it's going to be near the front.
Absolutely. And, as we know, Brett, he's a 2018 Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic champion.
Yeah,
so
nice. I like the way you went with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what do you reckon, race fans? Come January 2022, do you reckon he can do it again? We know it's a massive, big event. So, let's see what happens, though. Our focus and our eyes are here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. And thank you to Shane from the Victorian Formula 500 Club for putting this event on. And let's see what happens in the closing laps of heat race number 1. Brett, we go back to green out of turn 4. Corey McCullough, race leader.
Oh, Kinsey Claridge had a moment there. He caught the infield tyre on that restart. Now he's going to lose a number of positions. So now he finds himself on the outside looking in. Chris Nankerville and Jeb Bell move to positions 3 and 4. And Rusty Ponting, he moves back into second position. 2 laps left to run for Corey McCullough in the Victorian 90. Working down the back straight away for the penultimate time. Matt, the white flag is out. 1 to run.
Absolutely. 1 lap to go for your race leader. The Southwest Conveyancing Owen Built Homes FSH sponsored Victorian 90 out of turn number 4 and collects the checkered flag. Good drive. Goes quick time and takes out heat race number 1. Awesome drive by Corey McCullough. Here tonight, so far, race fans. Get your picks in the comments and see who's going to take out tonight's A-Main. We'll go through your results, though. McCullough over Ponsing, Bell, Claridge, Ryan, Nankerville, Hart, Wollstonecroft, and Caleb Mills. Well, Brett, heat race number 2 is lining up on the speedway, and we're getting set to go.
Yeah, Liam Russell lines up the 36 machine front, position number 1. To the outside, it's a 65. Riley Simpson, position number 2.
Indy Ray will start the 17 car from 3 with the fridge. Max Bevan in the 68 will start from 4.
Chris Temby rolls off from position number 5. To the outside, it's the 1 machine of Geordie Ray, position number 6.
Kurt Dunham will line up the 71 car from 7 with two-tone Todd Hobson in the 84 from 8. And Megan Payne lighting up the 86 entry out of position number 9.
What you got in this one, Matthew?
Mate, it's going to be a tough one, but, ooh. I reckon the lawnmower mechanic will get it done. Liam Russell on the front row.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the fridge, and we'll try and bring in Jet. Jet, you got a copy? Oh, I can see his mic lighting up, but I can't just hear him just yet. So hopefully we will be able to... Jet, you got a copy now? Oh, hopefully you can get those sorted just while we are rolling and pacing around, coming to the green flag heat race number 2, the Victorian Formula 500 Club event here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Matt, we're set for a start. Liam Russell and Riley Simpson. Green flag is out. And then outside row got the best start. And here goes Bevan down to the inside into turn number 1 and 2. Looking for the race lead over Riley Simpson.
Well, a big crash right now. I think that was the Geordie Ray. I think it might have been in the 9 car that went upside down. I seen a white and pink machine go upside down, and I think it was, yes, Geordie Ray catches the outside concrete wall and upends the race car in a massive way. And not the way you want to start the night, Geordie. Unfortunately, the walls don't move, mate, and you can't park there.
Yes. Hit him with a bang, with a double. I tell you who's
Big
not going to be happy about that one. Max Bevan. He was
I know, because it's
he was challenging for the race lead. Jet, you got a copy now, buddy?
Hey, mate. Yeah, I do believe I do.
Oh, there we go. Now we can hear. Hey, mate, welcome to UltimateDirtTV. Thanks for joining us here on this Monday night. How you feeling? Who's your pick to win this one?
I think I'm going to have my money on Ashton Rodriguez, I reckon.
Ooh, okay.
Second last week. He's probably he's fast enough, and he's probably due for a win.
So you're not going to go with the winner from last week and the 2018 Classic winner of Corn McCullough?
No, I'll put my money on the young kid this time. I think he's pretty fast and everything else he races online. So I think he'd be smart enough to get the job done. Hopefully.
All right. Well, we'll come back to you at the next show or just at the end of the heat races. As Matt, we're set for a start this time by Liam Russell, Riley Simpson. We go to single file restarts. We did not complete the lap.
absolutely out of turn number 4. Liam Russell in the steel shop, camper down. Number 36 machine down to 1 and 2 they go. Russell leads us down the back straight away. Contact there between Indy Ray and also to Riley Simpson in the 65 car. Here comes the fridge. Max Bevan coming up through the field right now. Into 1 and 2 they go once again. Bevan up to position 3. Wow. Good drive so far here tonight by these guys. In heat race number 2, out of turn number 4 though. 3-1 contact. Chris Temby in the 89 car. Wow. Here comes two-tone Todd Hobson though, Brett, the 84 machine. Well, let's see what happens. We got now, this time by 6 to go.
Yeah, Hobson actually ran over the right rear there of Kurt Dunham on the exit of turn number 2. Again, we're watching your drivers in second and third position. Indy Ray in second, Bevan in third. Again, Bevan, he'd be a little upset right now because knowing the fact that the first initial start, he got an absolute blinder of a start down into a 3 and 4. He was actually going to slide job for the race lead. Now, speaking of slide jobs in 3 and 4, here comes Max Bevan on Indy Ray. Indy Ray turns it back underneath and you race off. Turn number 4 happens to be Liam Russell, your race leader. Indy Ray still second, Max Bevan third, followed by Riley Simpson in your 4th and final transfer position.
Absolutely. Down to turn number 3 and 4, though, this time by Max Bevan, not giving up the fight in the 68 car. Down to 1 and 2. They've got 3 to run out of turn number 3 and 4, though, this time by your race leader is Liam Russell. Now with 2 laps left to run in heat race number 2. Ray runs through the middle part of the speedway in turns 1 and 2, gets the power down to the 17. Down to turns 3 and 4, though, this time by Brett. The white flag flies here for heat 2.
Yeah, Liam Russell's got a very comfortable lead over a second advantage over Indy Ray in that second position into turn number 3 and 4. Final time, heat number 2. Penultimate heat race of the night. Liam Russell wins from Indy Ray in second. Max Bevan third. Very tight between Indy Ray and Max Bevan. Riley Simpson home in fourth. Then we'll go back to Kurt Dunham. Two-tone of Todd Hobson, Chris Temby, Megan Payne, and Geordie Ray. We'll take a look and confirm your heat number 2 results. Russell, Ray, Bevan, Simpson, your top 4. Dunham, Hobson, Temby, Payne, and Ray going to last chance qualifying racing. Heat number 3, Matt Kobe Wright lines up the 78 machine from position number 1 to his outside. The 97 of Blake Walsh, position number 2.
Jonathan McCain will line up the 48 car from 3 to his outside. It's the 33 of Billy Ryan.
Aston Rodriguez lines up at a position number 5, and Dylan Wilshire lines up from position number 6.
Kai Jensen in the KRE Race Engines number 75 car will line up out of position number 7. Terry Rankin. Now, Brett, that's a name we like to hear. The 55 car out of position number 8, and Zoe Pearce in the 67 will line up out of position number 9. Now, Brett, Terry Rankin, we know, a legendary speed car driver at that.
Yeah, certainly is looking to see how he can mix it up with the big dogs here on the Iracing service. Jet, we'll bring you back in. Plans to kick off the season. I think Boxing Day. I think Nick Shane said last week with Speed Week. Is that still the plans? Do you know?
Yeah, I believe that's probably the plan at this stage. Hopefully, we can get a couple of nights in before that. But if we're racing just before Christmas, it'll probably be a good thing at this stage.
What are these cars worth if someone's looking to sort of get involved in Speedway? What are the juniors worth, and what are the? I'm assuming the semis would be worth a little bit more with the engine wise.
Yeah, that's probably a tough question, but you can probably get something for around about 15 to 20 as either a bare car or something with a partial motor program. But I think we're going green, are we? We are heat race number 3, and it's going to be Blake Walsh in the 75 to lead the race. I did a race with Blake earlier. I think he actually ran second in that one, so he's got a speed. He'll certainly contest for that race win later on tonight. Billy Ryan runs in second. K-Dub, Kobe Wright in third in that 78 machine.
Absolutely. Down the main straight they run. Blake Walsh leads down to turns 1 and 2. We are yellow, yellow, yellow on the speedway. And Zoe Pearce is out of the race in the 67 car. So we'll have to line them up and we'll re-rack them and restack them and get set to go, Brett, once again.
All right, bring us an opportunity again to bring in and talk to Jet one more time. It's what sort of maintenance goes on? Are they easy to maintain?
They're relatively easy to maintain if you get everything set up properly at the start. They can be fiddly if you take shortcuts, but most guys now know their stuff and get everything done properly when they set the cars up.
Well, we certainly appreciate your time here tonight here on UltimateDirtTV and coming in and talking with us throughout the course of the night. Have you had much to do with iRacing?
I was supposed to be racing tonight, actually, but I kept getting a loading error, funnily enough. So, yeah, I was supposed to be in the heat races there somewhere, but not to be tonight.
Well, we're glad you're joining us here on UltimateDirtTV. We certainly appreciate the expert comments as someone that knows a bit about the Formula 500 scene.
I wouldn't call them expert comments, but we'll see what we can do.
More than me and Matt combined. I'll give you the hot tip on that one.
I'll tell you what, though. Here's a good question for Jet here, Brett. Jet, what is your favourite racetrack to race at in a Formula 500?
Probably like a lot of others, Simpson Speedway.
Yeah.
Seems to promote really good racing, and the track crew there always do a really good job.
Mate, talk us through Simpson. I haven't been there before. The banking and things like that at Simpson, I assume, is pretty similar to a lot of other racetracks.
Yeah, it is, but the track isn't really that symmetrical. So it's a bit of an egg shape. So you kind of, even turn 1 and turn 2 have got different character, and then 3 and 4 is definitely much different again. So it just, makes it spicy racing, and it's a little bit more like bitumen as far as each corner is a little bit different.
Awesome. Well, Brett, we're set to go here for heat race number 3. Once again, we are back to green.
Yeah, 3 down, 7 to run here in your third and final heat race of the night. Blake Walsh leads, Kobe Wright, Kai Jensen in third, and Jonathan McKean in that all-important fourth and final transfer position. We go back to yellow. I believe we had a number of drivers involved in this one, so hopefully they are still all going the right way and doing what they need to do. In fact, we've got one car upside down. Looks to be Dylan Wilshire. No, that is not Dylan Wilshire. That is Terry Rankin. Terry, just saying, you can't park there.
Well, we've got, if we go back to last recorded lap, as we do, we're going to have 7 laps to go. So let's see what happens on this restart. So Blake Walsh leads over Kobe Wright. Then you go back to Kai Jensen, Jonathan McKean back there on the bubble in position number 4. Pace car still out on the speedway. So Brett, mate, we know this Victorian Formula 500 club, mate. We know these guys go out and obviously do an awesome job with the 500s each week.
Yeah, they certainly do. I've actually seen the New South Wales Formula 500s have a couple of runs. I think they had a run down at Goulburn when I was there one time, and then they were up in Dubbo as well. So they get around not too bad. I've seen the juniors have a go at, I want to say Goulburn. I don't know how many juniors they had up at Tubbo, but you know, like most racetracks, they do what they can, and you know, the numbers, of course, through the COVID stuff, might have been a little down on the numbers, but hey, we're going back to racing in the real world. But right now, virtually, we're back to green.
Absolutely, and down to 1 and 2 once again. They've got 5 laps left to go in heat race number 3. Oh, the race is on in contact between Rodriguez, and here comes the 21 machine of that is Jonathan McKean there in the 21 car, I do believe, here tonight. As well as the 33. Oh no, big contact and a crash down the back straight when we go back to yellow. McKean upside down in the 21 car. Billy Ryan, I think, was suffering a fair bit of damage on the 33 car. So let's see what happens again on it. We're going to have a restart. We'll go back to last recorded lap, I do believe, Brett. We're going to have 5 laps left to go when we come back to the green.
It'll be 3 or 4. So again, right now it'll go back to lap 7, and we'll start obviously lap number 8. So we'll have 3 to go around the dirt track at Charlotte. I got to say, since the hot fixes come out, Matt, the sprint cars, from what I've seen, I've seen 2 or 3 races since the patch a couple of days ago. It's been pretty good racing so far.
Mate, it has. And I tell you what, for the way the 410s drive, wow, even they're different again. So you change one little thing, the car can be really tight, either in hot laps, and then you change another thing, and then the car can be really loose again. So it can sort of go 2 ways now with sprint cars on iRacing. So let's see what happens though. Here at the dirt track at Charlotte, we'll have 3 to run. As when we come back to the green flag, should be this time by Walsh over Wright, Jensen and Rodriguez back there in position before. Top 4 through to tonight's A main. We are set to go, Brett. Back to green we go.
3 laps left to run in the final heat race of the night. The first of 275 cars on the racetrack. Blake Walsh leads Kobe Wright in the 78, then Kai Jensen. Also in that 75 machine running in third. Oh no, Rodriguez into the wall. Dylan Wilson moves into position number 4. And right now we've got a lap and a half to go for your race leader. There's Kobe Wright on screen sitting in second position. Matt, white flag, final time, heat racing competition.
Down the main straight they go for the final time into turns number 1 and 2. Down the back straight away. He doesn't have to do a B-main tonight, race fans, because he's into the show. Blake Walsh gets the job done in the 75 car. Kobe right back there in second. Good job for K-Dub as well. Then you go back to Kai Jensen also in the 75 car. Then you go back to Dylan Wilshire in position 4. So far, we'll take a look at your official results, though, for heat race number 3. Your final heat race of the night it was. There it is. Walsh over Wright, Jensen, and Rodriguez. Your 4 cars. And you go back to Wilshire, Pierce, Ryan McKean, and Terry Rankin running out the 9 cars. Your B-main lining up on the speedway right now. And here is your starting grid. On the screen, it's going to be Alex Ryan in the 93 car from position number 1 to his outside, the 71 car. That is Kurt Dunham.
Row number 2 is going to be Dylan Wilshire in the 27 to the outside. It's the 20 of Chris Nankerville, position number 4.
Position 5, it's two-tone. Todd Hobson in the 84 from 5. Then back to Zoe Pierce in the 67 from position number 6.
Jet Hartner rolls off out of position number 7. Chris Temby, the 80, will start position number 9.
Billy Ryan will line up the 33 from position number 9. You go back to Stephen Wollstonecroft in the 9 car from position number 10.
Megan Payne starts position number 11. Jonathan McKean lines up at a position number 12.
Then you go back to Caleb Mills in the 10V from position number 13. Then you go back to Geordie Ray in the 9 from 14. And Terry Rankin rounding out the field in the 55 from position number 15.
Just the one casualty, Matt. Jet Hart failed to take to the starting grid, so 14 cars on the racetrack. 10 laps of distance, top 12 is where you want to be.
Well, 3 cars not making it through to tonight's big dance. This is going to be Tetris on the racetrack. For those top 12, you got the 3 cars outside of that right now. You got Mills. Well, Mills is on the bubble in that number 10 car. You're back to Ray, Rankin, and Hart. Or Hart not making the call. So you got Geordie Ray and Terry Rankin. Brett, well, 2 cars not making it through to tonight's big dance. It's going to be a cracking show here tonight.
Certainly is 10 laps. Top 12 out of the 14 cars going through to your 30-lap A main event. And which 2 drivers will miss out? We miss out. Jet Hart, unfortunately, already out of the event and is not going to take to the racetrack. Matt, your B-main is underway. Alex Ryan and Kurt Dunham leads us into 1 and 2.
That is absolutely right. Down the back straight away they go this time into turn number 3 and 4. Dunham on the top side of the speedway. Down the main straight they run this time by. We are yellow, yellow, yellow. And it looks like now we are going to have 12 cars left on the speedway. Zoe Pierce and Stephen Wollstonecroft, I do believe, was the cause of the caution. As we take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. There it is. The 67 and the 9 car just get together and ouch. Well, Brett, as we know, in a last chance qualifier, that is not the way you want to end your night.
Not at all, Matt, because now Zoe Pierce and Stephen Wollstonecroft both find themselves in the virtual pit area. They can, however, come back out onto the racetrack. I think race control will allow them to, as long as it is safe to do so, considering we are here virtually as the field stacks them up and waiting. Alex Ryan leads us off turn number 4, back to green. Dylan Wilshire down to the inside on Kurt Dunham into 1 and 2. Dunham back to the inside. Dunham back to position number 2.
Down to turns 3 and 4 though. The 71 car looking to go back to the race lead. chases down your race leader in 1 and 2. Wilshire looking for a slide job. Can't get the pass completed, though. Down the back chute, they run into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Wilshire again. Makes the pass work. Out of turn number 4. Dunham tries to turn it back underneath him. Good drive. Down to 1 and 2 for Kurt Dunham. Turns it back underneath Dylan Wilshire. Here comes Chris Nankerville. Down to turns number 3 and 4, though. Wilshire with a return slider in 3 and 4. It's slide job city right now, Brett.
Yeah, track is really starting to play into tip-top shape right now. Maybe may just leave this racetrack because at the moment, like I said, I did a race here earlier. And like I say, the track was pretty racy from top to bottom, but I'll tell you what, I'll leave it in the hands of Crane Plater and Luke Johnson. Right now, Dylan Wilshire holds on to position number 2 as he works down the back straight away. Chris Nankerville in the 20 machine. Here he comes in that Juice Sim Sports SpeedShop51.com entry. Right now, no one catching Alex Ryan as he leads lap number 6.
Down to 1 and 2 they go this time. And, well, 4 laps, or they'll have 3 laps left to go as they come out of turn number 4. Alex Ryan crosses the stripe. And unfortunate for Kurt Dunham, caught the wall a couple of laps ago, Brett. And he's now finding himself back in position number 4. Meanwhile, down the back of the bus at the moment, Megan Payne on the bubble in the 12th spot. So, look like she'll make it through into tonight's A-Main as we have 12 cars remaining left on the speedway. So, no one's going to do anything silly, but Dylan Wilshire makes a move for the race leader, makes it work as he crossed the stripe. 1 lap left to go in B-Main competition. Brett, down the back chute to turn 3 and 4 we go.
Yeah, just been told here, green, a checkered flag is out, nearly 3 wide. Ryan Nankerville and Wilshire. That was tight at the start-finish line between your top 3. We'll take a look here in just a moment at your official results. Now, I just got confirmation. They are going to skip the warm-up. They are going to leave the track as it is. So, that'll give us a quick opportunity to go through your finishing results. Alex Ryan gets the win from Dylan Wilshire, 2nd. Chris Nankerville, 3rd. Dunham Temby, your top 5. Billy Ryan, Jonathan McKean, Terry Rankin, Todd Hobson, Geordie Ray, followed by Caleb Mills and Megan Payne. We'll bring in Jet just quickly. Jet, with the prize money, with Speed Week kicking off, we've been told that the prize money for the Speed Week is around 35 grand. That's not a bad payday for some Formula 500 racing.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a little Christmas bonus, I would have thought. No, we've been lucky enough to have a few sponsors jump on board, and the tracks also support us pretty well. So, yeah, it's a pretty good total prize money that we've got on offer. Mate,
talking about the sponsors, obviously Preston Rowe, Patterson, Warner Ball. I believe they are the major sponsor. What do they do?
So they're national property consultants. So a lot of real estate valuation and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I have a little bit to do with him as, he's actually my old boy. So Dad's chucked a bit of cash in and is the main sponsor, which is good. But no, we've got a ton of other sponsors that have jumped on as well as American Racer doing a nice tyre deal for us. So no, it's been really good so far, talking to many sponsors around the place.
Got the Victorian title for the Formula 500. Where's that been run at this year?
That's actually going to be at Nyora. So a bit of a change to what we're used to, but they put up some nice money, and they also are willing to work with us a little bit more on some track stuff or whatever. So it'd be good to get on the other side of the state as well and give our guys out that work out of Melbourne and whatever a little bit more of a bit of a race closer to home. So we are looking forward to that.
Do you have a date for that one yet or not yet?
We do. I'd have to actually check the calendar. I haven't really got that in the memory bank, but okay. Yeah, I think it'll be kind of after Christmas sometime. Right.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm meant to be heading down to Nyora for the Lightning Sprint Australian title to be on the mic for that one, but we'll come back to you throughout the course of the night. Matt, $300 on the line thanks to the Formula Victorian 500 Club, along with the whole list of other sponsors that you see down on the bottom of the screen. Race number 2, who is going to be $30 richer? It's time to get dirty for 30. We're green with Liam Russell getting the jump over Corey McCullough.
Yeah, I tell you what, Brett, it was not the greatest of starts there on the initial start, and they call it back yellow on the racetrack. So let's see who's going to get slapped with this one. find out what happens with this. Kai Jensen back in the pits in the 75 car, so might not have been a race control thing, but obviously, yes, there it is, Kai Jensen. Another car upside down there. I think that's Terry Rankin in the 55 car there, Brett, upside down in turn number 4.
It is.
Terry, you can't park there, mate.
Yes.
In the Tony Stewart, Kerry Madsen hashtag livery.
So again, while we are under yellow, Jet, obviously another opportunity to bring you in again. Some of the juniors. Now, we know a lot of juniors are really stepping up their program. Who would be some of the juniors that you'd be sort of watching out for and keeping an eye on?
Young Magsy's been pretty good over the past year. But I think Rusty Ponting might be right this year as well. Ashton is also coming up and jumping in this year and doing a little bit more. So there's a couple of good guys there that have some really good equipment, present really well, and run a really professional outfit. So I think the junior race can be pretty good this year.
Yeah, we'll keep that conversation on hold about the juniors just for a few moments' time. We are set to go back green as the safety car moves infield. Single file restart. Matt, lap number 1 is in the books, and of course, because we didn't technically get the lap complete, the lead goes back to Corey McCullough. He got a bit of stroke of luck that time by Matt.
Absolutely. Down to 1 and 2 they go once again. Corey McCullough, the Southwest Conveyancing, Owen Built Homes, FSH sponsored, number V90. Down the main straight, he runs into turn number 1 and 2. Well, we are caution. Yellow on the speedway once again with 26 to run. And as we go back to lap number 3, timing is all about. So yeah. Obviously lap's not counting.
No, well, now we were told that the drivers were told as well that if they are the primary cause of 3 cautions, they will be asked to park for the remainder of the race. Jet, we're just obviously talking about the juniors and stuff like that. I believe I've been told that One Stop Construction is the newest junior sponsor. What do they do?
So they're I've got a bit of a link to them as well, but they're a big concrete kind of site cut business working out of Shepparton. So they do a Chuka, kind of the higher side of the state. A bit of machinery. They do a little bit in Melbourne as well. So a lot of kind of pre-construction groundwork on some construction sites around the district. So Louis is Ashton Rodriguez's father and the owner of that business, and it's been good that he can jump on board as well.
Cool, righto. So now that we've got a bit of background on the juniors at the seniors, who do we generally see sort of up front no matter where you go to, and who are the newcomers in the senior ranks?
We've got a couple of new guys this year, but we've got some senior guys returning as well. But Terry's usually pretty quick. Jack Bell will be back this year. So we've got a few guys that are returning. So hopefully we should have some 35 car fields throughout the year, which will be nice.
Awesome. Well, again, we'll bring you in throughout the course of the feature event. Matt, we're back to green flag action. Lap number 4, make that lap number 3, I believe it is. Again, timing, you'll have to wait for it to update, but it's Corey McCullough leading the way from Liam Russell, Blake Walsh. Here comes Kobe Wright trying to throw the slide jump into 3 and 4. Walsh right back around the outside on right. They go wheel to wheel down into 1 and 2. Walsh, he's got that thing working on the top.
Absolutely, running the cush like a boss is the 75 car of Blake Walsh. Down the main straight, he runs though into turns number 1 and 2. 6 down, 25 to run. 5 down, 25 to run. We're working lap number 6 of 30 into turn number 3 and 4 though. Walsh with a slide job. Down the main straight they run into turns number 1 and 2. Once again, here comes Russell with a return slider. Makes a pass work down the back straightaway this time into turn number 3 and 4. They still shop Camper down. Number 36 machine of Liam Russell putting on a show right now with Blake Walsh in the 75. Oh. They go wheel to wheel in turn 1, number 1 and 2. Almost contact down the back straight into 3 and 4 this time by Brett.
That was very, very tight between Liam Russell and Blake Walsh. And I'll tell you what, If that wasn't a pucker up moment, I don't know what is. Jet, with regards to the junior and the senior classes, what's the difference between, obviously we know the age difference and stuff like that, but what's the difference between the two divisions?
Basically, it's just a lot of little things. So there's a restrictor in the motor, and they also have to run carbies only. So in the seniors, most guys will run an injection system on top of the motor, and also run some cockpit adjustable shocks and all that kind of thing, whereas we've kept it pretty basic for the juniors. So basic motor on carb, so everyone should be very equal, and just restriction on horsepower as well.
Seems pretty simple, right, Matt?
We try not to make it too hard.
You'd think it sounds simple, but to the average mind, Brett, it sounds like anyone that is not familiar with Speedway or watching on here tonight, it might sound a bit of a gibberish there, but mate, I'll just Jet, just before we go back to green, mate. Obviously, we know that there's a lot of different engine builders. How many different types of engine builders are there for Formula 500s?
In Australia, there's only probably 3 or 4, really one main guy, but there is quite a few in the US as well that we're able to make use of as well.
Awesome. Well, Brett, we're back to green out turn 4. Corey McCullough is your race leader.
Yeah, this is going to be a real interesting race to see if Blake Walsh is able to get up to the back of the Victoria 90. Oh, Walsh, baby. You know the wall don't move. You've got more than enough laps and experience here on the Iracing.com service to know that the concrete wall does not move. 9 down, 21 to go. Here goes Walsh. Well, is that Jim's out there? He was trying to cut the grass into 1 and 2, Matt.
Trying to do a bit of lawn mowing there on the infield.
Leave that to Todd Hobson and the crew.
Absolutely. Down the main straight they run though into turns 1 and 2. Now 10 laps to go. We're still in double digits. Here comes the fridge, Max Bevan. We've got a big crash down the back straight away. And I think that might have been Aston Rodriguez involved in that one. No, there he is on the racetrack still.
Kinza Claridge in the 47, Matt.
Okay.
That was a tough break. Chet, if someone wants to get involved in Formula 500s, how would they do it, and where would they go to look at purchasing one?
Best place would probably be to contact the Victorian Association. And then we've got a lot of good guys that we can kind of point guys in the right direction for, whether it be motor, chassis, even just guys to talk to about the class in general. They can have a chat to myself if they want to. We've got a lot of other guys as well that have got a wealth of knowledge and experience that would be able to point guys in the right direction. I think would be a good start.
I've just been sort of been told this. You guys have got a dash for cash. What is it, and where? What is it, and where is the dash for cash?
The Dash for Cash is a 3-round series that's held just after our speed week. So I think this year it's the 7th, 8th and 9th, I believe, of January. So it'll be at, I think this is right, it'll be Simpson, Mount Gambier and Warrnambool. So yeah, we have a top 6 dash involved in that format. And obviously a bit of cash involved as well, hence the name. But yeah, pretty straightforward, but a nice 3 nights of racing in a row.
Look, as I said to Shane last week, look, my calendar, my schedule is open at the moment. We'll come back to you in a minute, Jet, as the green flag flies. 11 down, 19 to run. A big restart there for Corey McCullough. Liam Russell trying to shut the door on Blake Walsh. And have a couple of youngsters, Kobe Wright and Max Bevan. They're going to move into positions number 2 and 3. But how long for? Because here comes Blake Walsh back into 3rd position, Matt.
Down to turns 1 and 2 once again. Down the back straight away this time. Into turn number 3 and 4. How about Kobe Wright? What a drive in the 78 car. K-Dub on the move. And we are back under caution. Now, we'll bring Jet back in. Now, Jet, we know in sprint car racing there's heaps of different chassis builders. We've got Maxims, we've got Triple X's, we've got Cools, we've got Eagles and stuff like so. How many different types of chassis builders are there for Formula 500s? And if you can, name a couple.
Probably the same, if not more. So you've got Pace, P&P, Stallard, Hyper, D1. The list is endless. There's more and more TJs, Australian built, Swift as well. There's still a couple of cools floating around. So yeah, probably the same as Sprintcars. There's a range of chassis, but we do. Each chassis manufacturer does differ quite a lot in their thought process and how they go about it. So they are a little bit different between each chassis than what a sprint car usually is.
Mate, obviously,
Okay, cool.
Sorry, mate, we spoke about the Victorian title, the national title for the Formula 500. Do we know what track that's at, and how big does that get?
That'll be in Tasmania. This year, hopefully, it does get as big as what it usually does. Being in Tassie and having to take the boat across, it might deter a couple. And obviously, our COVID restriction has pushed that back a year as well. But yeah, usually a great event, lots of cars, and a really good time to just be a part of.
What kind of numbers do you average through a speedway? Because I know the likes of Caden Iverson, I'll throw out there. Caden's again, he's like a Corey McCullough, not so much a sprint car champion, but he's very handy behind the wheel of a Formula 500. He's also done a lot of sim racing, and that's where I sort of met online. That is, Caden Iverson. A lot of the Queensland guys travel to the speed week. How many cars do you average for a speed week?
For a speed week, I can't remember what we had. We obviously didn't have a speed week really last year. The 45 to 50 car range. We're getting word now that we're getting a couple, hopefully like Caden, come down from further up north and run with us over Christmas. But yeah, hopefully this year, due to the fact we didn't have one last year, it'll bring a few more numbers, and we're getting really good Victorian car counts as it is. So even if it was a Victorian only series, if we got everyone showing up, we'd at least get probably around about the 40 cars at this stage.
How many nights is it, or how many nights / rounds is the speed week?
I think it's 5 this year. I probably should know a little bit more. I did do the schedule, but I think we've got 5 nights, and the last night that'll be at Lang Speedway will be a little bit of a different format. So we've spiced it up this year, and hopefully it'll be bigger and better than ever.
All right. Well, hopefully that you guys get quite a lot of cars regarding the speed week. We know the borders are due to open. I know our regional travel restrictions here in Sydney was opened up today, which means some of the country tracks up in New South Wales are opening up. But Jet, I believe the nominations opened for Speed Week at Friday at 7 o'clock. Am I correct on that one?
I think you're correct. I think you are. They should be online, and everyone should be able to jump on and register as of Friday night.
All right, well, we'll go back to racing. It's Corey McCullough, Kobe Wright, Liam Russell, 1, 2, and 3. Matt, cross flag sticks around 15 down and 15 to run.
Down to turns 1 and 2 once again. Corey McCullough leads them down the back straight into turn number 3 and 4, though this time by. We complete another lap in the books, and we are caution yellow on the speedway. I think that might have been Jet Bell in the 42 car, already heading back to the pit area. So to Rusty Ponting in the 21 machine. So let's see what happens in this one. We got 15 to go. We go back to lap number 16 on the restart, starting lap number 17. So we'll technically have 14 to go when we come back to the green flag. So, Brett, mate, I'll hand it back down to you and have a bit more of a chat with Jet.
Yeah, I was just going to just ask him. We see a lot of, we go back green, but I'll ask the question anyway. We can still talk about the racing, but we know Speedway, you obviously start in, you obviously don't go straight to sprint cars unless you got a whole lot of talent behind you. But who are some of the drivers that we see in sprint car racing now that that have come through the Formula 500 ranks?
Corey McCullough, I know he did a little bit of, not a lot, but he did a little bit of Formula 500 racing. Then you got guys like Luke Dillon as well, Darren Molyneux. Just put me on the spot here a bit, but even like now we see guys like Terry that are now having a crack. And there's a couple other guys behind the scenes that are looking to do the same thing. And I think now they've got our junior program, we should see a lot more juniors kind of that are hoping to do sprint cars, dip their foot into the senior ranks and then move from there to sprint cars.
All right, well, we'll go back and talk about the racing on screen. 20 down, 10 to go for Corey McCullough. Kobe Wright on screen, battling with Aston Rodriguez. And Aston Rodriguez, he started position 12, Matt. He's passed 9 cars en route to third. Now going to make it 10 cars as he moves into second position. It's not a bad pick by Jet earlier on in the night, but right now, he is 2.5 seconds or just under 2.5 seconds away from Corey McCullough.
Down to turns 1 and 2 they go once again. Kobe Wright looking for a slider in turn number 3. Makes it work. Catches the cush and the wall out of turn number 4. They go wheel to wheel down the main straight and also wheel to wheel in turn 1 and 2. This time down the back straightaway. They're going to have 6 or 7 laps left to run as they cross the stripe. Out of turn number 4, Corey McCullough leads them down to 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go this time. And well, the race is on, Brett, for minor placings right now. And here comes Chris Temby with a bit of a banged-up race car there as well. He's got no front wing on that race car. And as we know, Brett, these things without a front wing, an absolute menace on the racetrack. And K-Dub into the wall.
Yeah, right, made a bit of a mistake on the exit of turn number 2. He caught the concrete wall. And yeah, Chris Temby in that 89, is it the 80 or the 89 machine? But right now, he's going to move into second position, move back Aston Rodriguez back to third. Meanwhile, McCullough opens up over a 3.5 second lead with just 4 circuits remaining here at Charlotte, looking to go back-to-back and pocket $600 in 2 nights of racing.
Down to turns 1 and 2 once again. Down the back, straight away they go. Temby in that Toyota Racing Developments number 89 machine. Down at turn number 3 and 4 though this time by down the main straightaway with now 3 to go. Make that 2.5 as they go down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Down to turns 3 and 4 though this time by out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. They got 2 to run. Corey McCullough, the Owen Built Home Southwest Conveyancing. And I'm sure he loves to thank Tanya and Alistair McKean as well for that on that race car. How cool for him to have down the back straightaway though this time into turn number 3 and 4. How about it, race fans? Another clean sweep for the V90. Crosses the stripe in perfect fashion. Down into turns out of turn 4 as everyone else comes flying out of turn 4. Aston Rodriguez will pick up second and Chris Temby a strong third. And well, Brett, what a race. He clean swept it last week and another clean sweep again tonight.
Yeah, that now makes himself $600 richer in 2 iRacing racing. A big thank you to, of course, all the people behind the scenes that put up some sort of sponsorship that allowed these drivers to run. But we take a look at your official results. Corey McCullough gets the win from Aston Rodriguez in second. Chris Temby third, followed by Kobe Wright, Liam Russell to round out your top 5. Kurt Dunham in 6th, Todd Hobson 7th, Jonathan McKean in 8th, 9th goes to Blake Walsh, and the fridge, Max Bevan, rounds out the top 10 on the last car on the lead lap.
And we look at the back of the field. Caleb Mills is one of your victims here tonight, falls short of a top 10. Then you go back to Geordie Bray, Billy Ryan, Megan Payne, Terry Rankin. You go back to Jet Bell, Alex Ryan, Dylan Wilshire, Riley Simpson, Chris Nankerville, Kinsey Claridge, Indy Ray, Kai Jensen, and Rusty Ponting running out the 24-car field. Well, Brett, we're going to go down to Victory Lane, and I'll let you chat to him again this week and with your race winner, Corey McCullough.
Yeah, well, in fact, we'll wait for him to get out of the virtual cockpit of the car. So what we'll do, we'll chat to third, and then, of course, we'll chat to second. No, we won't. There he is. He's back, and he's back in Victory Lane for the 2nd week in a row. Corey, hey, congratulations on the victory. Another $300, Richard. That's $600 in 2 nights. You might as well not go to work.
Yeah, if only that paid the sprint car bills, mate. Nah, it's good. Obviously, got to thank the whole 500 crew for even giving us the invite to come and do this. Good bit of fun there. So happy to take 2 wins and got lucky.
Mate, this racetrack, we've seen it roll over again like what we did see last week. It almost didn't look as slick as what Eldora got last week, but it was still slick, but still something for you to lean up on the top side of the racetrack.
Yeah, definitely not as slick as Eldora, but it was pretty technical towards the end. It was, if you didn't hit your marks right, you easily slam the wall. So still, pretty tricky, and you just got to minimise your mistakes. As you know, like on a slick track, you just got to sort of make whoever makes the less mistakes sort of wins. So I was lucky enough to do that.
It's $600. How many right rear tyres are they going to buy you?
About 1.3, I reckon.
Ooh, so not quite 1.5. Only if it was that 1.5, you could have got away with it. Mate, congratulations on going back-to-back and $600 rich, and no doubt a lot of sponsors on this race car, mate. A lot of great people behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Obviously, a big thanks to Alistair and Tanya at Southwest Conveyancing, always a big supporter of mine, and hopefully in about 3 or 4 weeks we get to do the real thing, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Paul Hose at PSH Electrical and all the boys and just everyone for tuning in, and obviously the 500 Association for inviting me along.
Mate, what's the schedule like for Corey McCullough this season?
I'm at the theory I'm going to race anywhere, anytime sort of thing, so I've had a bit of a slow start sort of last season, had a bit of a half a season off, so I'm raring to go. So once we get the sort of confirmation with all the COVID down here, we'll decide then. But I'm hoping, in about a month's time we can, finally get it out of the shed.
Buddy, good luck on the win. Well done on the win tonight. Good luck in the upcoming season. No doubt you'll have plenty of, hopefully you have plenty of success in that V90.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
There we go, Corey McCullough, your winner here tonight. Matt Bailey caught up with our runner-up of Aston Rodriguez.
Standing down here with Aston Rodriguez, and Aston, mate, Jet had you to win tonight, but came up just over 3.5 seconds short. But, mate, hey, second, still a decent run here tonight at Charlotte.
Yeah, it was. It was good fun.
Mate, run us through the track on those last 5 laps. You were battling with Kobe there for a while in turns 1 and 2. It was a slight job sitting out on that racetrack. But, mate, between the heat race and the feature, what sort of changes did you have to make with the race car?
Just a lot of the wing. I had it all the way forward in the heat race, just all the way back in the finals. Tough track in the final. Hard to run the wall.
Mate, Jet was bringing us up to speed with your junior Formula 500 career earlier. Mate, run us through what it's like to run one of those cars.
Well, it's good fun. It's just like any other car, and yeah.
Well, mate, congratulations on second here tonight. No doubt there's a lot of good people behind the scenes and a lot of good people on this race car that you'd like to thank, mate.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Iracing and my family for letting me race this for the 2 weeks.
Well, mate, congratulations on second. And, mate, something to celebrate at least. Well, Brett, we're going to go back down to you, and you're going to get to chat with the Mills Motorsport number 78 K-Dub, Kobe Wright.
Incorrect. I'm going to chat with Chris Temby, the driver that comes home in third position here tonight.
Okay.
Chris, mate, congratulations on third place. You're missing a front wing here on iRacing, but hindsight, it's a wonderful thing because you start 17th. That wasn't the wonderful part. The wonderful part was you finished third and you passed 14 cars.
That's right. It was like lap 1 or something where we had all that cluster going on the back straight, and I tried to go. I went to the bottom, and there's like a hump, as you probably know, Brett. There's like a hump going into turn 3, and just hit the hump, and then the car took off, and lost the front wing, and that was about it. Then we just railed, basically, trunked the wing and just railed. So, all in all, pretty good assault at it, and just happy to be on the podium in here and in here.
Mate, how difficult is it to try and avoid that hump going into turn 3? Because if you're battling with cars on your inside, if you've got 1 car or 2 cars on your inside, you've really got to hold your line. How difficult is it to not sort of get that hump wrong to where you could be into the concrete wall?
It's pretty difficult. If you can I was on the brake pretty hard. I know it's there, obviously. I was on the brake pretty hard. Just it was either hit the tyre or collect somebody that was spinning in front of me. So I think the tyre would have done more damage, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy to be on the podium, I guess.
Man, we know Jim Sims' team generally we know Jim likes the grass and likes a bit of everything in between.
right.
You stayed right away from the grass here tonight.
Yeah, no mowing lawns here tonight. We weren't paid to do that tonight, so just paid to get these JRD cars up the front. I think Todd was I don't know, Todd was like 8th or 9th or something. So
come on, don't tell him short. He got 7th. He actually,
he got 7th.
Yeah, believe it or not, he actually passed the same amount of cars you did. You guys both passed 14 cars.
Oh, that's all right. No, hey, putting a good effort. Jim Penman will be happy with that.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, look, well done on a 3rd place here tonight. No doubt, some sponsors on this race car, some people behind the scenes that make this possible for you.
Yeah, just a shout out to mum and dad. Like they let me race in obviously the actual thing. They put quite a bit of money into it and support me 100%. So thanks to them. Tempe Haulage, Victory Lane Race Gear, Autobarn Narrow Warren, Air Anywhere, local print shop, Number 4 Composites, and Beretta. And I hope I didn't forget anyone.
Mate, what is the schedule like for yourself for this season?
I think we're probably, I don't know. There's a couple of races. They said there's a couple of races for wingless in Victoria anyways. Coming up before Christmas. They'll probably be our only 2 runs before Christmas. I don't know if we're going to get to them. I kind of want to do a practice day in the car first. But otherwise, it'll probably be Boxing Day at a track called Bairnsdale Speedway. And then smack bang, Rosedale, Lang straight after. So then we've got SummerSlam the week after that. So pretty hectic, or pretty hectic month, I guess, or couple of months you could say, or back half of December, most of January coming up. But yeah, it should be good, and yeah, hopefully we can get up there and put on the podium a little bit more. So should be good.
Yeah, buddy. Well done on 3rd tonight. Good luck for the upcoming season in the wingless.
Cheers, buddy.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Temby home in 3rd position, and well, before we wrap this one up, of course, our special man behind on the 3rd microphone, Jet Speed. Jet, just a couple more questions, and it's making me sound like I know what I'm talking about here. But you obviously picked Aston to win here tonight. You know, being a junior in the Formula 500 ranks, do you have an idea on who Aston's mentor is?
I think a little birdie's told me that it could be me, but yeah, I think I'm the one that's been delegated him. I have a little bit to do with his old boy, so I think that's how all that come about. But he can definitely steer a bit.
Well, I believe that Geordie Ray is the current Victorian number 1 this season. Do you think that he can go back to back?
Oh, I think he certainly can. I probably forgot about him a little bit earlier, but he certainly can. He's been fast and been pretty clean too. So I think we've got our work cut out to try and track him down a little bit this year.
All right, I might throw you on the spot here, but you got some sponsors that you want to give a shout out to or a special mention to?
Yeah, got a couple. Preston Road Patterson. The old boy, he chips in a lot. North Edge Childcare Centre, so that's mum. Special mention to Brilliant Polish, a locally made polish company in Bendigo, as well as quite a few others. Victory Lane Race Gear, Driven Oils, Jetco, Hyper Chassis. Could keep going on, but yeah, they're the main guys that get me on the track week in, week out.
All right. Well, what's the schedule for you this season?
This year, I'll try and run pretty much every weekend that we can in Victoria. Little brother's going to have a crack this year as well, so we'll be 2 cars this year. So plenty going on, especially for Speed Week. But if we can keep both cars rolling every weekend, that'll be good. So probably just every meeting we can, maybe venture into South Australia if we're allowed to, possibly Tassie title as well, and Australian title down in Tassie. Pretty much get as much racing as we can in this year, while we're allowed to, and make up for last year, I guess.
Try and make up for lost time. Hey, I hear that the president of the Victorian Formula 500 Club isn't too bad as well.
The president, yeah, he's a ripper bloke. Actually, he's done really well for us. He was the one that kind of organised most of this to get a bit of a bit of an iRacing event going for us before the real thing kicks off. So yeah, Shane's been really good behind the scenes. Don't think he's done any racing himself, but yeah, he's always happy to have a crack, and he's put a lot of work into giving us a really good upcoming season.
All right, buddy. Well, look, thank you for joining us here on this Monday evening. Good luck for the upcoming season. We wish you the best of luck, and go get it, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Matt, 2 races done for the Victorian Formula 500 Club. Corey McCullough, he sweeps everything. $600 in his back pocket. Not a bad way to spend 2 Monday nights for about 2.5 hours of racing.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And, as we said, the racing with Sprintcars here on iRacing is just going to get even better and better over the course of the next few weeks. And, we've got more racing on throughout the week as well as we know, Brett. We've got heaps of racing upcoming tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week as well.
So they do again throughout the course of the week. We've got the 2nd annual virtual John Sykes Memorial Race here on the iRacing.com service. It'll start from tomorrow at around 12 o'clock our time. It'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tuesday? So what are they? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We take the Friday off and we come back on the Saturday. And then we have the final on the 7th of November, which I believe is our Monday. I think that's right, Matt.
I believe so, but I also believe, I'm pretty sure that the Saturday final was moved to Sunday because of the World Finals.
Correct, but Sunday their time, which therefore makes it our Monday because World of Thunder.
That's correct, yes. Yes,
off, so
yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, and catch all the action throughout the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday show here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And of course, the Monday show will be live on cooldown.tv. But that'll wrap us up here. Again, a big thank you to the Victorian Formula 500 Club, all their sponsors that made all this possible. And on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, we hope you enjoyed the show. Congratulations goes to Corey McCullough, Aston Rodriguez, and Chris Temby. Until next time, on behalf of Matt Bailey, I'm Brett Wheeler. We say farewell and good night.